and fades dark. Because this color is so pretty. I really like the ends. The ends might be my favorite. Hi besties! As y'all can see from being in the kitchen and this setup, we are about to dye that wig periwinkle and powder blue. I'm gonna mix these two together and hopefully dye this wig. Water was just boiling. I just turned that off so it can cool down a little bit. See what I'm doing. We are, let me give you the specs on the wig. This is a wig I bought from Amazon in October. So I've had this wig for a minute. I just didn't know what I wanted to do with it. Blonde the best. So this is our first, I guess it's considered a frontal. It's really short parting space. But this is the inside. It is supposed to be a 24-inch body wave. Oh. Yeah, water's cooling off a little bit. I'm gonna cut this out. Now the wig does shed a little bit, but I feel like that's to be expected with blonde. So we are going to dye that. So I had to find my be, but I found it. So we're gonna spray that just so that stays, so that doesn't stain it. I feel like I gotta dye that too. I dyed the cap too. Okay. These colors are so pretty to me. This is the powder blue. Careful because I'm splashing myself. And then we're gonna go in with the periwinkle. Ooh, all looking purple. Really pretty in the water. Down the wig. I'll just be doing things. And then we're gonna dip. Okay, that's showing up nice. That's too hot. That's too hot. That's too hot. Okay, we got everywhere but up to the root. And that's a hot spot up in there. I just want this to be deeply submerged without burning my fingertips off. That was hot. For 15. I got 20 minutes. We'll just do 20 minutes. Still hot. We got the water dang near clear. There are like that one piece of closure that frontal that just wouldn't die. We already got some shed hair. But let's transfer to the sink. That water's hot. I don't want to. It says it's oh, there's just a piece that just didn't die. But our lace is not bright. Of course, it looks like half of the dye is like coming off. But yeah, this is the conditioner we'll be using. We're just gonna co-wash it. But I don't know, I'm not super duper in love with this conditioner for my own hair. I think it's the smell. I'm not super in love with the smell of this conditioner. This whole section did not die. Then parts of it turned silver. This whole section did not take any color at all. Looks like the ends did really well. I'm really just upset about this spot. So everything looks good, and then you get in here and it's still just blonde. I think I got all the conditioner out. But the ends came out Really nice. This isn't really body wave either. I don't know what this is doing. So overall, this is how it looks. It's like some of these bundles just didn't want to be hit. Why does it look so tangly? Shoulder shirt. Whew. But like some of these bundles just look like they didn't. Like the ends came out really nice, right? You see the ends? Hold on. Look really nice. And then you get in here and it's like, oh. So that's how it looks wet. I'm gonna let it dry. And then I will show y'all how it looks completely dry. Alright, besties, we are back and the hair is dry and this is how it's looking. Now, I do have some complaints because this hair did not dry. Not dry, but did not dye. And it's like as soon as you open up the frontal, did the frontal, is this part? Yeah, half of the frontal didn't dye. So like, this much of the frontal, I'm separating it. This much of the frontal didn't dye very well, that piece. But when we get into the bundles, there's like a whole section of bundles up in here that just did not dye well. And I'm kind of disappointed because it looks so good, but you get right here and it's just straight blonde still. But like the ends took well-ish. And you get to the roots and it's like bright blonde. I think I'm going to one more bottle of maybe the powder blue, because I think the powder blue, I kind of like the powder blue a little better. But I'm going to get one more bottle just to re-dip it and see if that makes it come out better. Because I really like this. This has been an experiment. But another thing I did notice about some of this hair is there is a lot of pieces of string on the weft and like sewn in. So I was trying to figure out if that deterred some of the hair from dyeing. But I'm going to try one more time and see what happens. Because some parts came out a lot better, but there is... I'm going to flip the mannequin head over. Y'all can see. The bag didn't dye very well. It's really the bundles. I don't know. I feel like all this side... Oh, no, I didn't see this. There's still more string. More string. Because some parts dye better than... took the dye better than others. But I'm going to get some more dye and then redo it. And try one more time. To see if it comes out the way that I want. More string. Y'all can see. More string. But I'm going to try one more time to see. I probably repeated that like 3 times and I just need to finish the sentence. But I'm going to... make it work. But yeah, some pieces just... But overall, for what did dye, it came out really nice. It's soft, and as I'm doing all this, we are now getting minimal... We're getting minimal shedding now, so that's good. I hope y'all can like see it. This is a good camera angle. The ends really look good though. I feel like the wig needs a trim bad. A few flyaways. I still have to pluck it, But for the time being, it's not bad. Yeah, we're gonna get it. I have an appointment on Thursday, so I'm gonna get the dye on Thursday, and then I'm gonna try to re-dip it. I kind of like dyeing the blonde. I might get another one because I got ginger and French cognac up here and wild cherry. So we got that in the darkest brown. If all of it had came out more ombre, I'd leave it. But it's just that one section that's just bothering me. So I don't want to leave it. I'm going to get some more dye and try one more time. But overall, I'm not mad at it. I don't know if I might do parts of like hand dyeing it. We'll see. Y'all are going to see. I'm going to take y'all along on this journey. But yeah, it's going to be a couple of days before I get some more dye. But we're still working on this. Hi besties, it is now Thursday. We are back again. You see the wig, I got the water on the stove, and I went back to the hair store. They didn't have powder blue, but they did have periwinkle, so I just bought one bottle of periwinkle, and we are going to dip this one more time in the periwinkle. I like to get distracted, y'all. I had to have it. So I have 2 gingers. Hold on. French cognac. And now this. I don't know what I'm cooking up, but I'm going to cook something with it. Do as much water as before because I kind of want to do less. I don't want to. It's less water than it was. Top was not on and I almost shook it up. I really like the spots that didn't dye. So that's what I want to immediately dip. Open that up as much as I can and dip. Yeah, that's better. I'm trying not to burn myself. This water is hot. All up in there. And dip. The bottom piece, dip. I'm not burning myself for this. Maybe I want to put it over. Think we're doing better? It don't look like it. It's getting tinted. Maybe I should have bought 2 bottles. All right, we're back. All the water is gone. It's more tinted than blonde. So, except for over here, this piece just wouldn't dye, and I'm just gonna be okay with that. Transfer to the sink. The powder, I'm not mad at it. It looks a lot better than it just being bright blonde, except for this side. And that's like, but it's more it's tinted blue, so I'll take that. There are a couple of pieces that are still like super duper blonde that I don't love, but the pieces that this is actually a really pretty knit. And the hot water too much. Pick this up. It looks so much better than the last time. There's not like a bunch of blonde sticking out in your face, so I love that. We're gonna let this dry, and then tomorrow, I'm gonna let it dry overnight. And then tomorrow, I will show y'all it dry, and then we will be done with this wig. Hi besties, we're back, and as you can see, the wig is a lot more blue, but the blonde, let me get in here, the hot part of blonde that was like right here, it's still a little damp, so it's still drying. But the blonde that was right up in here is now blue tinted. The nape got a nice little blue tint to it. You can see that it was blonde, but it doesn't look like I didn't dye it at all. This side, there's only one spot over here. This part I don't like, because I feel like this part didn't want to dye at all. So, but other than that, that's real hideable. I just put the part on, say, this side, like put the part right up in there, cover that, boom, that's how it'll look. We still gotta, I gotta pluck it now. I gotta pluck it, and then it'll be done. Hold on, top part's kind of cut off. But yeah, this is how it's looking. I really like the colors. I kind of like that it starts out lighter and then fades dark. Because this color is so pretty. I really like the ends. The ends might be my favorite. The ends might be my favorite part. This is such a pretty color. I'm so happy. It just took us 2 years to achieve this. It still doesn't look like the inspo pic, which I have to find, and I'm gonna show y'all a picture of the inspo pic. But I'm thoroughly in love with it. It took 3 bottles of dye, but it came out okay. The ends look so much better than the top because I like deeper hues showing up on colors. But overall, for like my first time dyeing a 613 or a blonde wig, I am in love. If you made it this far in the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all for what might be an install video. I don't know yet. But I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.